Real quick before the video does begin, my guild Dishonor is currently recruiting. Our main goal is to try and stay in top 5, so with that we are looking for new top scorers and also active players. And if you are someone that can get around these scores this time remaining in any given guild quest phase, well then you are good enough to join us, and if you are interested, let me know on Discord. My Discord ID is on your screen. Alright lads, so today we have the new 9th anniversary Nightmare special guild quest. For those that did miss it, Nightmare difficulty has returned, but it is significantly more difficult than usual, and keep in mind this is not going to be the norm. But for the 9th anniversary, given that, you know, Gremmy and Kenpachi are absolutely broken, I guess to highlight their strength, the Nightmare difficulty has been upped. The enemies' HP themselves are significantly higher. You can see the difference here. But with that, rewards have also gotten better. So that's the great part about this particular week of Guild Quest. Definitely does make the anniversary feel a tad bit more special, because the rewards with this increased difficulty is actually really good. I gotta be honest. So in this case, if we scroll down enough, right, we are going to compile the rewards themselves, but there's just a lot of extra rewards here, more than usual, because of course now we can get upwards to 480 million points. If you are able to potentially beat this Nightmare Guild Quest from this phase alone, you're going to get 150 orbs. In a week, if you're able to beat both phases, you're getting 300 orbs. 300 orbs from one Guild Quest week. That's usually what you get in a month. And that's not all, because you're also getting a large amount of super links or potions. I mean, to most people, you might not care about that, but like, again, they add up, right? You have 1,000 here of each attribute. You have an extra 1,000, and then you scroll down, you have 1,000 droplets. You have more, again, super links or potions. Overall, you're getting enough for like 3,000, 4,000 super links or potions in every attribute. And again, that's also doubled, assuming you can beat phase 2. Where not only are you getting 300 orbs in this particular week, you're also potentially getting upwards to like 7,000 super links or potions in every attribute. Rewards here are really good, and there's definitely a reason for you to try and push as far as you can, potentially even try to beat this quest if possible. I will be honest, and we'll try out a different team in today's video, but I haven't seen a team beat this without Gremmy, and likewise in phase 2, when that comes around, the Emilia Espada guild quest, that will also not be beatable without Kenpachi. So as unfortunate as it is, you can only really beat these with the new characters. But don't let that dissuade you, because normally Nightmare difficulty of Guild Quest gives you like 75 orbs, and the team that I usually use to beat Nightmare ranged Hollow Guild Quest, I used them. I'm going to use that team later today. And that team in particular was able to get into wave 5, where you also get more orbs than usual, right? So even if you can't beat this particular Nightmare Guild Quest this time around, you're still able to benefit from the new rewards, the increase in rewards, right? These new rewards are not just tied behind having the new character, right? You can still benefit from that without having to pull Gremmy or Kenpachi, so keep that in mind. So first up, let's just go ahead and use the best team that we can use right now. Obviously, Gremmy is going to be an absolute beast in this quest, right? He's going to be a beast in any quest you put him against, realistically. He's the best character in the game, which is quite weird to say because it's Gremmy of all characters, right? As always, with any build that we are using here, we are going to be using a fortification pill, a 50% SP item, and then also a hollow sticker. That is the same for every character we use in slot 1. And then with that, we're going with a mixture of recharge and also full stamina damage. In this case, my Gremmy is technically max transcended, but just to make it fair, for the sake of the showcase, I have removed transcendent slots. So for the most part, he's playing like a 1-5 character, only SP level 10. Bonus abilities are going to include full stamina and also SP. Then we have Shunsui. He's going to be our main no attack damage DPS character. In his case, he's level 10 attack with full stamina and attack as bonus abilities. Golden Chappy Chappy Hollow Bay, just the standard stuff, right? And then in his case, we're going to make a mixture of recharge, full stamina, normal attack damage, just increasing his damage output as much as we can. And then we also then have Jushiro, the Safui version. He's going to be our team booster. At the same time, since he is a no attack damage character, we also have built him to just do no attack damage as well. Now, in this case, normally you would want to go with recharge to make sure one of your characters, luckily in our case, we have both Shunsui and Jushiro having a team boost SA2. You would likely want to give them recharge and full stamina damage so they can stack their boost, right? But the thing is, Gremmy's EX move, right, also gives us a boost for like 15 seconds. So the hope here is that once I notice the boost wear off, I would then use my EX move. That would then boost our attack, and that should hopefully fulfill the downtime where one of these characters or both of these characters' boosts aren't active, and by the time EX, Gremmy's boost move wears off, Shunsui or Jushiro can then use their boost, right? If that kind of makes sense. In my case, though, I am fortunate enough that Jushiro is max transcended, and then with that, we're using full stamina and also attack. If anything, actually, let's go ahead and remove his attack stat. So there we go. We've removed his attack stat. This way he's now performing like a 2-5 character, level 10 attack, level 10 focus. Maybe that's a bit more manageable if you are trying to rock a very similar team. Now, lucky for us for actually using Grammy, the first and final boss is in our favor, right? The first weakest boss is going to be a power character, and then the final boss is going to be a speed character. So let's just sit back, use our attacks when we can. Slowly but surely, we are going to get through this. Every time a wave does spawn in, we should have our SA2, and that's going to basically group everyone up. And basically, every boss here is guaranteed to get inflicted with stars, while then doing more damage, right? So let's use our, let them no attacks do the work. There we go. I guess we're going to use our EX move now. Maybe that was the good thing to do. I'm not too sure, but you can see that we're doing significantly more damage, right? The debuff and buff is absolutely insane. Now, in this case, unfortunately, we've wasted our SP boost. It's now one off. To be fair, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of hard to see when we have a boost active or not. But I think we're fine. SP boost has been reapplied. There we go. Going into the final boss of 15 seconds to spare. That's fine. No worries because Gremmy's damage output is great. And I also forgot we have a soul bomb. Let's go ahead and do that. That will reapply the SP boost if we haven't already wasted it. And then we also are applying weaker defense. That will therefore let our team do more damage. There we go. And that, of course, does include me. SA1, and then finish up with the 2. Nice and easily done. Aizen goes down, and I believe that's like 200+ million damage done in under 1 minute. And to be fair, most of it comes from Grammy, let's be honest, right? Obviously, Jushra and also Shunsui are doing their job. They're doing normal attack damage too. But realistically, the damage is coming from Grammy. I mean, Frenzy free, an 80% SP boost, a debuff, buff, an extra strong attack, and the insane levels of Berserker. That is how you are able to beat this insanely difficult. Not insanely difficult, but more so like, you know, enemies with like insane amounts of HP, right? And that's basically one of the better teams you can bring. Of course, characters here are replaceable. Not Grammy, not so much, but any other no-attack damage character you can bring here. I know a lot of people are using Party Time Shuhei, and then of course for a team boost, you can always bring Maid Orihime. In this case, she's actually doing damage. I chose not to bring her because given the amount of HP these enemies have, I'd rather have 2 no-attack damage characters in my team. For our next team though, and this team right here is usually my go-to team for Nightmare Ranged Hollow. It can reliably beat it. Obviously not this one because the HP threshold has been significantly upped. But it still works relatively well, and this would have been the team that I would have been happy with had I not pulled Grammy, right? So the difference here is that we are now using Halloween Nini. Build is basically the exact same, right? Likewise with the links, we're going with mixture of recharge, full stamina, more damage of full stamina, etc. The difference is though, she's actually currently special level 2, so level 10 SP, level 10 focus, with full stamina, and again, as always, SP as bonus abilities. For the sake of this run, I've also gone ahead and given Jushro his level 10 attack stat back, so now he is working like a max transcendent character, and in his case, just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and give him recharge and full stamina. That way he can actually stack his boost. Now, I don't think it really matters, by the way, but technically it would be more beneficial for me to do that on Shunsui, given that he has the better team boost. But, I mean, realistically, it'll get the same score. It don't matter. Alright then, so let's see how this does go. I will be honest, it is a bit awkward using her, given the fact that she's not immune to status augments, but we're going to use our first and second strong attack, use our no attacks to then activate the gauge with the SA3. And if we can take advantage of any weakening pulls, that'd be great. Let's back up here. SA1. There we go. Looking good thus far. As long as we don't get inflicted with freeze, I think would be great. Now, unfortunately, with the timing, that SA3 is never... I'm never able to use 2 SA3s while the gauge is active. Alright, so in this case, we'll use our SA1. Or SA2 into the 1. I don't want to use my SA3 right now, I'll be honest. So in this case, we'll use our Soul Bomb, then 3, then 2. Back it up, we don't want to get hit. Activate the gauge, there we go. Into the 2. Just in time for the 3 to be used against Kaname. Now in this case, all we gotta do is hopefully just get 1 weakening proc. And we'll be golden. Just a couple Night Strings. That's fine. Let's do that into the 3. Then 1. And you know what? That just, I believe, gets into the final boss. It's definitely a close one. I don't want to keep retrying that. But we basically got into the 5th boss there. In that case, 369 million points. That does get you the additional 40 orbs. Because for the most part, if you can't beat it, if possible, try your best to get into the 5th wave. Because if you do, that's when you get the extra 40 orbs. And overall, your orb income from this GQ phase alone is 110, which is already more than usual. So this team right here is, again, usually the team that I use when it comes to Nightmare Guild Quest. It's been consistent, it's been good, and even right now, it's still good. Because right now, it's the best team that I can use, other than, of course, just throwing Grammy and making it instantly easier. But Nini's still holding up quite well, and if I didn't have Grammy, she would have allowed me to get an extra 40 orbs, so I wouldn't be able to complain. Now, other than that, let's try this team. In terms of normal attack damage characters, they're going to stay the exact same, right? But in this case, now we're using 8th anniversary Ichigo. I've actually not tried him just yet. I'm not expecting to go anything super crazy, but I am curious to know how far my personal 2 out of 5 Ichigo will actually make it. His damage output isn't anything super crazy, but it is at the very least consistent. He's going to be constantly applying weakening and also drain, so we'll see how it does go. The main thing is that we are going to trap them all in a vortex, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And then use our SA3. And now at this point, we just play the waiting game. Can't really see where the enemies are. I'm not gonna lie, the freeze pulls are not really the greatest, but our 2 normal attack damage characters are basically now going to do the job, right? So there we go, vortex on. Maybe shouldn't have. If I use my SA1, I'm gonna try and push it towards them. SA2 again. Well, it's kind of a good thing. I guess it's not that good that he doesn't have an SP boost. It would have been a lot better had he been given an SP boost. Ichigo. It is nice that I don't have to rely on getting an SP boost to a certain extent, right? Like, I don't have to reset the app because I didn't get a lucky status proc. Realistically, it just doesn't matter. It just does not matter. Although, to be fair, I might have been better off giving him weakened defense. That way we could have allowed our team to do 30% more damage when I decide to use my sub bomb. There we go, into Kaname. Let's sub him now. Into the SA2. Missed the SA2. I think Kaname went too far away. And then finished up with the 3. I mean, you know, to be fair, maybe if you had a max strength instead of Ichigo, and I think we actually had weakened defense, so never mind. If you have a max strength instead of Ichigo, you might be able to just get into the 5th wave. We got into the 4th one, which wasn't too bad. That's 315 million points, which is, I believe, 70 orbs, and also get a decent amount of super elixir potions. So besides not getting an extra 5 orbs, that's basically what you would normally get in a normal Nightmare GQ situation, so that's not too bad. But I guess for our next and final run, right, because I don't want to try out too many characters, they're all going to get around similar spots, either 3rd or 4th boss. Some might get into the 5th, you know, which we did see with Nini. Let's try Valentine's Day Ruroka, right? Otherwise, a really good character. In my case, only special level 10. Maybe if you had extra dupes into her, she might be performing better. That would be expected, to be fair. And she is currently on the anniversary banner, so if you have gotten duplicates of her, it might be worth investing into her just for this reason alone, right? But in her case, again, same exact build, right? Same build that we're using on every other character. Going into the bonus abilities, we have given her full stamina and also SP, and then our other 2 characters have stayed the exact same. Now, while it's true Ruroka's damage output is actually quite high, I mean, Frenzy 2, 80% SP boost, it is actually really good. She also has the problem that Nini has, where we aren't immune to freeze, which is like super annoying. Also, at the same time, unlike Nini, she doesn't have any like standout damage moments. But it is fairly consistent throughout the entire quest. You can see that we went through this first stage, or first wave, relatively easy. Let's go and group them downwards, or push them more so towards our teammates. Don't want to push them too far away. If we do take damage, we can just potentially get back up to full stamina, no problem. SA3 there, into the 1, there we go. In this case, I feel like I want to use my Soul Bomb. Soul Bomb does apply weakened defense. Okay, let's SA3. Into the 1. Into the 2. Damage has fallen off a tad bit since we don't have the SP boost, but if we can reapply that, that would be great. Doesn't seem like we're going to get it. That final boss, that boss there was a bit hard to get through, I'm not going to lie. You know, to be fair, maybe if we got lucky with status procs and then saved our sub one for this phase, we actually would have gotten to the 5th phase. So yeah, definitely worth looking into checking out Ruroka. Especially level 2, level 10 SP, level 10 focus, with maybe more lucky status procs, because we did slow down a bit on that 3rd boss. but we were again able to get into the 4th boss. I feel like this team can definitely maybe make it into the 5th boss. But with that said, lads, that was the video for today, checking out the new 9th Anniversary Edition Nightmare Guild Quest. It's pretty cool that they need to change it up just for the 9th Anniversary, again, giving more rewards. Unfortunately, as it is, again, only Grammy and Kenpachi are really capable of beating this quest, but maybe that Nini team that we did use is actually able to beat it, assuming your team was, like, fully max transcended. If you have access to a good team, and then you do happen to pull Grammy and also Kenpachi, you're guaranteed basically 300 orbs this week. If not, you can still get a good increased amount of, extra income of orbs. Like I said, the team that we did use today with Nini, right, that was able to get into the 5th boss, and therefore I was able to get 110 orbs. So in a hypothetical situation, if I didn't have Grammy, I would still benefit from this update, and honestly, I wouldn't have mind that. Let me know what team you guys did use in the comments below. Let me know how far you did get. I'm curious to know. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.